piano, on. Ooh, look at all those lights. You know what, I have an idea. Let's record a song right now. I'm gonna make this quick, cause one, I have to have the AC off, and my equipment gets, all the stuff I have gets pretty damn hot. For this video, I wanna record just the guitar parts. I've laid out a simple track that I think sounds pretty decent. There's some parts here, like if you can see here in the middle, the sort of this interlude middle section is very empty. I'm still trying to work on that. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna be doing for that part, but baby steps, baby steps. So let's listen to it by itself. I'm just gonna give you a small little quick demo. Right, pretty simple, really funky beat. I think this has some potential for a guitar part, which is today's goal. So the first instrument you hear is a very thick, fatty bass synth from Massive X. That guy. Right? You can bring up the dirt with the mod wheel, but I really like the clean tone. And this preset is called, just so you guys, whoever's curious, this is called Mono Glider, and I added a little bit more dirt to the frequency here, so it's not as dull sounding, but it's by itself it's pretty thick boy. Right, so that's the first instrument. The second instrument would be, well, let's start the second. Let's just go to the drum pad, and I wrote this little drum beat using Machina on my Mark III micro, and I'm not very good with the drum pads yet. I'm still kind of figuring that whole world out. But this simple beat is what I wrote, and I think there's 4 parts, 3 or 4 parts. You guys can see here where the pads are being lit. You see that? It's terrible, Fernie. At least give him something to look at. Right, so very basic pattern. I know a lot of you guys out there who are far better at the pads than I am, but I'm learning. Let's do the synth. This is one of my favorite ones. This is another instrument by Massive X. Honestly, this whole video is going to be like a ad for native instruments, but I love Massive X. Here it is. That. This is an amazing sounding preset called At Service because it sounds like sort of like an analog keyboard with a little bit of grime or distortion on it. It's very warm sounding. I like very much. I like very mucho. This whole song is in A minor. It's playing some basic chords. Where is it down here? Yeah. Right, so those three basic chords. A, F, G. And you can also bring up the dirt or the griminess of it by increasing the frequency. Right? That sounds really dirty. Right? But I'm gonna bring it back down because I like the sort of cleanness of it. About 100 hertz. Cool, so there you go. That's the synth part, which sounds fantastic. And here's another massive instrument. I think these are all massive actually. But here's the other massive instrument. All right, this one's called Chord U. Chord U. It's been modified quite a bit because I liked the initial preset, but I added some more flavor to it. No, and this is a cool thing also. So you can see on the timeline that I'm just playing chords here, the same ones that I'm doing on the first massive instrument, but I'm using the S88's ARP feature for this. So I don't know if you guys can tell here, but we have you hold shift and then there's scale, and then you can set the keyboard for a specific scale, but I didn't do that. I used it in ARP mode. So when I'm holding a chord down or more than 2 notes, it'll sequence those, right, in a rhythm. So I thought this rhythm was pretty fun to play with. So I used that entire preset. So, all right. right, there you go. So then it repeats, repeats, repeats. Okay, so now the middle section. This is what the middle section sounds like. So really funky sort of sound, and I really like the way the synths are actually just plucking the sounds. They're not being held and just kind of there is space in this track, which I really enjoy. So this is a new instrument that there's two new instruments that pop in. This one is using, oh yeah, this one is the same preset as the first one, except it's using the keyboard's scale feature to trigger chords. I think it's really cool. So I got lazy and I didn't want to write chords, so I use this. So with this feature, and next video I'm gonna have like a, I don't know, like a up close to the keyboard, but this is what you get for now. So shift scale, make sure it says scale, and you can set the root of the key you want to play in, and then also the type of scale. So major, minor, pentatonic, harmonic minor, yada yada yada. So this one's very basic. I chose chord set for minor, and there's, I believe, 8 different chord sets for the minor positions. So I chose minor, the 5th chord set for this scale. So this is what the potential chords are. Right? So you get a full octave of chords, and then they're all the same across the keyboard except in different octaves. So if you're running out of ideas, this is a great way, if you know your key, right, or even if you just want to figure out, just want to play with ideas, just play any key you want and just set the scales, and then you can just play around with this. That's a terrible example. I'm not selling it, but there, you get the idea. So awesome feature. In this one, I'm using, I believe, so I am just two notes, and that's holding two octaves worth of chords, which you can hear now. Which I believe are, you can see them light up actually. So it'd be, there we go. I like this lead. It's very grimy, very dirty. You're kind of getting a sense of what kind of instruments I like, very dirty sounding synths. This one's really cool. And you can honestly, with A minor, it's so easy to jam with. For anyone who doesn't know the theory behind it, A minor is all the white keys. So you can just play that, and that's going to be in key, because it's A minor or C major, relative major. And play the whole damn thing. Right, see? Pretty easy. So, I don't know why I chose A minor, probably because it's easy to write in, but there you go. Now let's go back, add that back in, and this middle part. It's missing, obviously, a bunch of elements. It needs to build up, but it's going back to the first part of the song. Vibe with those sort of hard-hitting bass hits or plucks, I guess. So towards the end here, you can see that the bass, these two are doubled. So just to give it a little bit more thickness towards the end, I doubled the bass, right? And just two different versions of Massive's, some of Massive's bass presets, which sound really cool. Okay. The goal of today was to record a guitar line, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so I set up a track here called Guitar, or GTR. It's a pink track, and that'll be where I'm going to be recording some of the guitar ideas. So let's do this. Let's try it out. Okay, so I was thinking something like this. Okay, so after like 6 takes or so, I got the chords right, and I started with this. So I'm starting with the chords only. Right? Okay. And when it goes into the rhythm part. So, sounds pretty good. It's good little scratch track. Now for this part, I think I'm just gonna do like a simple guitar lead. You know, that sounded really good. I was not recording though, so okay. Let's I'm just gonna record fooling around because I honestly don't know what to play with that. Maybe solo. I don't know. Okay, this is the fundamental like law. When you're jamming, not even recording, you play something great, and then you finally try to record something, it sounds like shit. So yeah, something like that. Let's try that. Okay, I like that. So, God, I have no clue what to play for this part. I'm gonna leave this part blank, because honestly I don't know if I like it. That's why it's so empty. I guess it sounds good by itself. Oh God, I'm gonna delete this part. Delete. Yeah, I'll just leave it like this for now. But we're gonna go back to the main melody at the intro here in a second. Recorded, finally. Took 2 takes this time. But on camera, for some reason, I can't record. Oh, here's a cool thing. So, at the beginning, this synth here was actually just, right, it's holding chords, but now I used the ARP feature on the S88 on the second part here, or the last. So on the second time this verse plays, I'm using the ARP feature, so this is what it sounds like. Right? And this is all through the S88. So go to plugin, right? And I'm gonna plug in. But if you hit Shift ARP, right, it's not ARPing the notes individually, it's ARPing the chords, the repetition, which is really cool. You just have to hit type, chord, and then your rhythm type. So that's what it's doing, and then I reduced the gate so there's more of a plucking sound. And there you go. So you know what? This is not bad. As a rough cut, not too bad. I'm gonna slap stuff on the guitar here, like a doubler maybe. Yeah, let's do that. So it gives some thickness. Yeah, I like that. Mixes a little bit off still, but it's a pretty good concept. Okay, let's bring up the guitar a wee bit. You know what? I like that. Let's let's put a little mastering on it, just for YouTube, right? I don't master. I don't know what mastering is. I slap isotope ozone to everything. That's my mastering. I use ozone 9 elements added to the master here. And then I use the mastering assistant. At least for this, I'm going to use the mastering assistant just for this demo. And then let's play it from here. And usually for the demos, you want to play the most intense part. So I'm going to play the ending. And then play CD quality medium. I'm going to open up the image a little bit here. A little too thin for my taste. Yeah, something like that. There's quite a few mess ups on the guitar, but the point of this is not to play the perfect notes. You want to scratch, just scratch your ideas on the timeline and play around with whatever sounds good. That's the whole point here. And then eventually, when you have a picture, you want to fine tune the details. That part. You know what, listening back, this doesn't sound too bad at all. It's kind of nice just by itself. It's good to have dynamics in a song, and it's not always in your face. And then going back to the first verse. This might be too busy. You know what? I call that a success of an idea. It's not a full track. Cool. So there we go. Hopefully this made some sense. I think in the next few videos, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have like a camera that's like a close-up to the keyboard. I think a lot of my followers on Instagram actually have questions more about the keyboard than they do about my music. But let's do that next time. Thanks for watching.